Red dot in the
Yeah,
corner.
yeah. Listen, I see it. I
You
see
know,
it, man. Once that red dot is on, we live, baby.
back-to-back days, all ball and flea. Fabian
Listen,
is load managing again, y'all. We love our brother. He did it again, y'all. Back-to-backs.
listen. This is the year of the snitch. This is the year of the tattletale. I'm telling.
I'm
Fabian is
calling
low
the front
man.
office.
Right. He's low managing. He's taking advantage of the system. He's taking days off. I'm just telling how it is. Chat, big baby sports in the building. Chat, get
Big
on
baby
Fabian,
Jonathan.
please.
What up, boy? We got
Bones got busy. What up, baby? JR. Yes, we are live.
we got questions for you, big baby. You got a shit show over there in La La Land. It's nasty. It's nasty.
Hey, big baby, man, we gotta set up. You coming up on AllBall TV, man, to really
For
like,
sure.
let's in all seriousness, yeah, we supposed to have him on, and things got with his schedule and stuff because he's a very busy guy. But yeah, we need to have you on and talk real Laker basketball, not no jokes, no trolling, because we definitely want to hear, your side of the spectrum of the coin
For
about how
sure.
y'all really feel about y'all Lakers the
For
last
sure.
couple years since the bubble. So yeah, man, definitely got to get you up here. But happy holidays, everybody. Before we get it started, let some people roll in the building. I gotta always ask my brother Flea, how you feeling today?
I'm good, brother. I'm good. Half day. Ran home because I had an appointment with my brother to rap about my New York Knickerbockers because we got some stuff percolating. Big shout out to Clyde, percolating.
Yes, yes.
But I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good. Christmas is tomorrow, that's for the kids. But I'm feeling good, man. Happy to be here.
Yes, yes.
How
Listen,
you
man,
feel?
happy holiday. Honestly, I feel all right. I'm not gonna even lie. Like I said, did some overtime today.
Okay.
Couldn't wait to get off and get in the crib. Like I look
Mm-hmm.
forward to doing nothing. I'm at an age now, like I just look forward to chilling.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel good, and then I'm not gonna lie, the Christmas spirit don't never hit me until it's right here. Like I'm Scrooge up until Christmas. By
Okay.
humbug, I don't care about none of that.
Okay.
Fish in the building. My
Big
fault, fish. I
fish.
gotta call fish back. Yeah, fish
And I
called me
got I
back.
got to call fish back too.
Yeah,
Big
yeah.
fish.
Fish called me
I'm
last
glad
night,
you're
but
here.
my
I'm glad you're
mommy.
here, OG.
Yeah, but I'm like Scrooge right up until holiday time.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm starting to get the spirit, but happy holidays to everybody in the chat, all our All Ball TV family, to you and your family. Really hope everybody has a great Christmas. Like for me, Christmas, as long as I get to watch Home Alone 1 and 2,
Good.
got my chips and my dip, I'm
Good.
straight.
Little
I eat
basket, little basketball.
no,
Good.
no, a lot of
A lot of
basketball.
basket.
A
Yeah.
lot of basketball. And we
Yeah.
all know that last game, Phoenix Denver, that game can go to hell. I will not stay up and watch that. I will watch all the other games. That time I will use to watch my Home Alone 1 and 2, eat my chips and my dip, because I eat my plate early.
Right. Early. Now it settles in. Right.
Get my light
By
nap
the
in.
time, yeah, got you. I need to ask a question. Hold on.
Let's go.
What's better? Home Alone 1 or Home Alone 2?
Now, no, I got a better one for you.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you 4 of those. You got
Okay.
Home Alone 1 and 2.
Okay.
You got Dark Knight Rises.
Okay.
You got Godfather 1, Godfather 2.
Okay.
My opinion. Home
Second
Alone 1
Godfather
and
is crazy.
Home Alone 1 and 2 is better than all of those. Just go there. Home Alone 1 is better than Home Alone Part 2. One is
That's
so
what I
much
need.
of a
That's
classic,
what I need. That's what I needed, OG.
it don't
The
make no
original
sense.
one is fire. Don't get me wrong. When they came to New York City, it got me excited. I was like, oh, this is fire. But the number of the one, it was more I want to say more realistic, but it just
It
hit
was just
different.
better. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
just
it just
better.
hit different.
It was just better. But let's get right to it, man.
Let's
Because
get to
we'll
it.
go on and on and on.
You
And
know
we know
that.
our people, they want to hear some basketball. And Fish, you right. I'm always trying to go against the grain. Godfather 1 and 2, I'm being honest, man. Just a masterful, masterpieces. Nothing
Masterpiece.
compared to those. Terminator 1 and 2. I'm just saying one day I want us to run up because there's not a lot of 1 and 2 great movies. Halloween 1 and 2.
The sequels. We got to. I want to do a poll and find out, is there any sequel better than the first?
Lord of the Rings, the two tower.
I'm not a Lord of the Rings fan, so I'm not even gonna act like I am. But
Salvatore, yes, yeah. Rocky 1 and 2, yes.
Okay.
Lord of the Rings Part 2, the Two Towers. My opinion is better than the first one. But Flea, those are great movies. But it's so it's
I gotta lock in with Lord of the Rings. I never got an interest in it. But like even Scream 1 and 2. Y'all remember Scream? The first one and the second one?
Hold on, you want to laugh? Your man's and them got the 1 and 2 that was legendary. Mars, what's the Wayans brothers when they made fun? What was the funny ones? The parodies?
Ooh, White Chicks?
No, the other ones where they mimic Scream and all of that.
Scary Movie 1 and 2. And 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah.
But 1 and 2, those was back-to-back classics.
Yes.
So let's but listen, man. Happy holidays, y'all. RP in the building.
Merry Christmas, RP.
Yes. Merry Christmas, happy holidays to everybody once again. Fabian, our brother load managing, but he's with the family. Me and Flea, we had to get up here, man. Hope y'all rock with us, stay with us the whole duration of this. We got to talk some basketball. A little special Christmas Eve show because we know, tomorrow everybody's going to be a little busy. I'll probably go live on IG after the Knicks game, depending on what happens. Yes, Robert Paulson, Empire Strikes Back. That's a fact. But Flea, let's get right to it. Let's get to it
because Fish gonna fry me for the next hour.
Fish gonna fry both of us. I'm gonna call Fish later on tonight. But yeah, if we win tomorrow, I'm going live on IG. If we lose, I will be here pouting and soaking like a little baby. Yes, that's what I do.
You want to find the sorest loser? He's right here, y'all.
Yes.
Right here.
Flea, last night, Knicks versus Toronto at home. Toronto fully healthy. We get the big win. With Brunson struggling. Please, I want to hear your opinion about last night's basketball game, Knicks versus Toronto Raptors.
Man, so last night just solidifies that I like the fact that we don't play down to our competition. Right? We'll go up 30 and then allow teams to creep back in. We close the deal usually. But I like that when we go into these games as the superior team, we put a foot on their neck and kill them. Right? So, I thought last night was another showing of if Brunson struggles from the field, not shooting the ball well, not getting into a rhythm, that we still have such a high-powered offense that we'll be able to sustain wins, right? When we start playing defense, which we are right now, I have no complaints on how we look on the defensive end, right? And OG is really the one catapulting this whole defense, flying around, being the best defender, individual defender for the month of December is showing across for us right now. And it's just trickling down to the rest of the guys. 31 from OG last night, 31 from Cat last night. Bridges was special last night again, right? Not a 30-point night, but I just like the way he's playing, OG. I like the way he's playing with effort, playing with energy, shooting that shit with confidence. Every time he puts it up, I think it's gonna go in now. Right? Like before, I was like, right now I'm like, okay, he looks comfortable. So Tibbs is doing a masterful job in allowing his guys to play. Right? The rotations I'm starting to get a little more comfortable with. Obviously, as we get healthy, the rotations become better. I'm just excited about the basketball that we've played for the month of December. We're figuring it out, and it's resulting into wins. So,
right. Well, for me, and I seen what Fish put in them comments, and yes, Knicks 100 GM, you're right. Quickly was hurt, but
Quickly's played 3 games this year. Quickly's been hurt all year.
But let me. I want to respond because you made a great point, right? But let me just say this: Fish made fun and said, it's beating Toronto a big game. With our Knicks, every game we win is a big game. That's just the type of fan base we are, the type of organization we have. Yes, beating the Toronto Raptors is a big game because these are teams that maybe later on down the line you may have to match up with. You never know. Toronto got a solid, decent team. RJ's having a great season. You got the kid Barnes over there. They got the kid Mitchell, plays great defense. for me,
Grady Johnson, he's playing
right.
well.
But for me, our Knicks, we are used to losing these type of games. So
And see,
now we starting to get our rhythm. Go
and see, here's the thing. Had we lost last night, me, you, and Fabian would have been tagged by Fish. Y'all losing to Toronto? So we play who we play in front of us, and we beat whoever's in front of us. Yes. Last night is just another notch on, building our chemistry and building wins.
Yeah.
It's hard to win in the NBA.
Listen, I think last night was a big win for us, especially being at home. Got to take care of home court. It's a couple games going back to the Atlanta game, losing at home. You know me, I still got flashbacks of Game 7 against Indiana at home in the second round. So
I thought we was gonna make it through this episode without you mentioning Game 7 last year.
We might not make it through life without me mentioning that.
I thought we was gonna make it through today without him saying that.
I'm gonna say it again. We might not make it through life.
We gotta win a chip so we can erase that to Game 7.
But last night, man, to me was a great win. Brunson struggled, and this is where you have the great 1-2 punch out, where one struggles, the other one is succeeding. But before I let you go again, Flea, I want to give a public apology to OG and Mikal Bridges. I was on their ass about a month or so ago. And y'all know my motto, I'm not saying pause, right? Listen, I was so rude and disrespectful to them because I knew the potential. I knew the purpose why you get a Bridges to team up with OG. And now that Bridges is finding his shot, OG is now looking like a defensive player of the year candidate. Because every time you see a ball somewhere swiped or blocked or on the floor, it's because of him.
For sure.
So I just want to apologize to them brothers because, like I said, I was on their top. But I'm going to give props to a player that nobody's giving props to. And I've been giving him props, Fleet, all year. Campaign. Campaign and Deuce McBride off the bench might be the best bench players right now. If you give me the top 5 guys coming off the bench, one of them got to be in that top 5. What Campaign is doing coming off the bench, backing up Brunson, running the offense, being that vet guy, knocking down shots, energy guy. Listen, man, he's nothing less than spectacular. And Deuce McBride, instant offense. As soon as he come in, he knocks down 3-point shots.
Deuce. I love when the crowd said, Deuce. I love that shit.
So yeah, Knicks GM, I am not saying pause. That's right. It's Christmas Eve.
He already said he's getting a shirt that says, I'm not saying pause.
That's a fact. But yeah, Flea, I think last night was a great win because, we start off slow. I watched Brunson miss shot after shot, miss 2 free throws. I said, here we go. And then Cat didn't get involved too early. And the next thing you know, we blow the doors off the hinges. OG with the big game.
OG started 7 for 7, right? He didn't miss a shot until like his 8th and 9th shot, right?
So yeah. So last night, was a great win. And even if we go back to a couple of days ago playing against the Pelicans, which we know Brandon Ingram, Zion, a lot of them guys ain't playing, but they still had DeJounte Murray, CJ McCollum, and it was a dogfight. Mm-hmm. Like, them guys wouldn't go away. That kid Murphy got a gun. Listen, the way he shoot,
you can shoot it.
Right. So even going back then, showing that we can win in a dogfight. And then yesterday, showing that we can win in another way. Okay, our leader's not playing well. Okay, Cat, be that MVP guy that you've been all season thus far. So I think last night was a must win. Because we have to be consistent. We've been very inconsistent. So last night showed some consistency. 4-game winning streak, Flea. I think, if I'm not mistaken, we won the last 9 out of 10. Please. Because that's flying under the radar.
Nobody's going to talk about it. I'm going to
let you cook. All these platforms, all these ESPNs, the Fox Sports, the Steve, all of these guys, nobody is talking about the Knicks winning the last 9 out of the 10 games. Like I said, 4-game winning streak. Please give me your opinion on how the Knicks is coming together, because I got to give you props. You said this thing is going to take 20-something games. And I told you I'm not giving them that long. Pause. But we right where you said we would be. 20-something games. We're going to get it together and look good. Oh, everybody, the beautiful, the lovely, the sexy, the extravagant. Is there any more words? The Miss Darlene Bryant is in the building. Merry Christmas, happy holidays to you and your family, and everybody in the chat. Y'all know the deal. Please show love to the ladies, say what's up, and say hi to the beautiful, lovely Miss Darlene Bryant.
Big shout out, Darlene. Merry Christmas to you and you and the family.
Yes, yes. So yeah, Flea, just give me how you feel about this winning streak, and if you could briefly, why do you think nobody's discussing that? Because when the Lakers went 3 in a row, they championship contenders. When other teams go on these win streaks, you see it all over social media, you see it all over the TV and the sports networks. But the Knicks, Cat averaging double Bridges and OG is playing hella great basketball. Like you said, these last couple games we did defense. Why is that not being spoken about?
Because people don't take us serious. People don't take us serious. I said today, I posted on one of the platforms today. You would much rather troll. You would much rather, be goofy than to really just sit down and say, you know what? This Knicks basketball team is playing good basketball. And what I mean by good basketball is everything that everybody is complaining about with the NBA right now. Too many threes, guys playing the same type of basketball. Look at the Knicks and how the Knicks play. The Knicks don't hunt threes. We shoot enough, but we're not hunting the three-point line. We still find ourselves in position to hit mid-range shots. We still get to the free throw line, right? We rebound, right? We play defense, right? This is a different team. So I'm not about to boast and brag and say we're gonna win a championship this year. I like the progression. I like what we're doing. We on our way. But if you want to watch good basketball in the NBA right now, the New York Knicks are one of the teams in the NBA right now that's playing good basketball. Not just come across half court and find the first three-pointer that you can shoot. No, the ball moves around. The ball touches 5 guys' hands. The ball touches the paint.
Well, Flea, hold on. Bragging boast. I've said it in the beginning of the season.
Love you, Fish.
We healthy. We winning the championship. And hold on. Knicks 100. We ain't beat no healthy teams. We just beat Minnesota. Smoke their boots. That's not a healthy team?
And to be honest with you,
No. Hold on, Flea. Hold on. Let that simmer for a minute. Because, see, sometimes you got to give some people what they want. Yeah. We all AllBall TV family. Mm-hmm. Minnesota, who some of y'all consider got one of the best players in the NBA. A lot of people thought we gave up too much. They was fully healthy.
I got some feelings on Ant-Man if we get there. And I know you think that's my guy.
Oh yeah, we gonna end the show with that. I ain't gonna let you get away with that. Yeah, we got to hear that.
I got some thoughts.
But my thing is, we beat Minnesota fully healthy, smoked them out the building, at home, away in Minnesota. Come on, man. Flea, you made a great point. People rather troll the Knicks than really consider us threats. I think at this point, if we continue, and then hold on, if we want to go there, Flea, we not fully healthy. Our best defensive and rebounder is hurt.
Has been gone for 6 months. He's been gone for 6 months.
Precious Achua just came back. So are we fully healthy? See, this is what I be talking about.
Brand new team. Brand new team, OG. Brand new team. Bridges, Cat. Brand new players put into the start. Brand new team, and we're 19-10 after almost 30 games. So what are we talking about right now? You play who's in front of you. That's the bottom line. Knicks 100, if you want to pick and choose what wins you like, what wins you don't like, I don't give a fuck. You can do that yourself. 19-10 after 29 games, I will take it. And that's just what it is. Am I going to be honest? Do we have a treacherous second half of the season? Absolutely. I was looking at the schedule. It is daunting. That shit is we're going to have to play.
Right.
But the fact still remains, am I going to be, pessimistic because we haven't played the Lakers? We haven't played who else? We thumped Denver. We thumped Timberwolves. We beat Miami. Who else did we not play yet? We didn't play Memphis. Okay, that's a damn good team. Like
right. It's some
the
teams
season just started.
Yeah.
This is literally the first quarter of the season. If we're not going to be excited about our team, then I don't know what to say. I don't come back after the All-Star break.
But see, for me, when we do beat some of these good teams, there's still going to be excuses.
The media don't even know who's hurt and who's not. Come on, my nigga. The media doesn't even know who's hurt and who's not. Like, cut it out.
But Flea, the point is this. Even last season, people didn't give us no props. And we literally was injured 3-4 players. And till this day, people still make jokes and say, well, y'all ain't get here, y'all ain't get there. When we had 4 players down. Last year, when we beat a lot of the good teams, the Milwaukee's, the Minnesota, blowing them out the water, Denver, we still ain't get no props. This season, Flea, second half, okay, we're going to get all the big dogs. What happens when we do beat those teams? What are people going to say then? At the end of the day, this is a good going towards being a great Knicks team. And this season, if we stay fully healthy, we will see the Boston Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals. Simple and plain.
For sure.
Simple and plain. And I've been adamant and consistent about that. But the key word is healthy. We have to stay healthy. And people have to start giving us the same rope that they give every other team.
But see, here's the thing. The Knicks lose 5 in a row. That'll be talked about everywhere. Everybody is going to want to talk about the New York Knicks losing 5 in a row. They got the best offense and they got the best offensive team in the league. How could they lose 5 in a row? That's when conversations are going to start to happen when we are unsuccessful, if we struggle like any other team does during a 82-game season. But right now, the way we start in the season, it don't want to be talked about because we haven't played anybody. That's a crock of shit. We playing good basketball, whether it's against Charlotte, whether it's against Miami, whether it's against your favorite team. I don't care who it is. We playing good basketball. That's what I want to lean on.
And you know what? That's a great point because look how many good teams in the NBA now. To me, the only dirt teams are probably Washington and Charlotte. And Charlotte because of health reasons. They can't stay healthy. But look at Detroit now. Kay Cunningham is coming into his own. Like you said earlier, right? Just beat the Lakers, beat us. Look at Houston. Look at so many teams now that has stepped up and that are good. So teams that last season that we may have been laughed, look at Atlanta now.
I argued you down about Memphis. You said, Fleet, no. I said, OG, Memphis is going to be good.
But a lot of the teams from last season that we would have been demoralized by, we lost to, look at them this season. Mm-hmm. Got much better. Guys are healthy. So for me, I don't roll with that, you only beat this team. No. Everybody's damn near good now. Now, do they have the super duper stars with the Jokers, the Giannis, and the SGAs and the Lucas? No. But these teams have great rosters, good young teams, and we're going out there and winning. And a team like the Pelicans, where we should have lost that game. That was like a Rocky Balboa fight. We should have lost that game. But we dug it out, and we had to get physical and had to toughen up because them guys wasn't going nowhere. And they all professionals, and we pulled out that win. So I just feel, with our Knicks, being Knicks fans for so long, I know the inconsistencies. I know the games that, okay, we're going to lose this one. And then we pull out those wins. Like last night was a losable game. But we did what every great team supposed to do. Nah, we ain't going to make this close, and we're going to blow the doors off this joint. So, listen, man, go ahead.
Hold on. OG. So yes, I see what you're saying, my nigga, but you're not what you saying.
I said that already though.
But what you saying, what you want us to do with what you're saying is what I'm saying. It's 30 games in. We are not supposed to think that we're playing good basketball because we're playing unhealthy teams. Like, go in the mirror and say that to yourself right now. Fuck us. Go look at yourself in the mirror and say to yourself, I'm supposed to be critiquing the Knicks as not a good team because we haven't played anybody fully healthy. How does that make sense? We're playing good basketball against whoever we play. That's the long and the short of it.
But, my nigga, right? You make some great points. But let me ask you this.
To make it make sense for yourself, nigga.
No, but also you play against a team that has injuries, right? But that night, they're playing great basketball. So that's my point. Thank you, Fish. That night, the Pelicans played great basketball against us. They was tough, roughed us up. They was knocking down shots, couldn't miss. So at the end of the day, that was a tough win. And we all know wounded animals is the most dangerous. It's the most dangerous. That saying goes back to before we was born. That goes back to probably the Roman days. Wounded animals are the most dangerous. So for me, I'm not gonna let nobody kill my joy about my Knicks. We are 19. We are 19-10. We are over 500. We are starting to get it and click at the right time, and we have a legit MVP candidate. Flea, can I say that again?
Cook, because it's a fact. It's a fact. What? It's a fact. He's playing some of the best basketball in the league right now.
Flea.
Basketball is such an accessible sport that average people like me, you, the people in the comments, my daughter, people it's such an accessible sport that they think it's so easy to play it at the level that these people are playing it at. We're talking about the NBA, a professional level. Don't take it for granted that you could go in the YMCA and put up a couple shots and now you could talk. No, it's hard to win on that level. So the fact that we're playing such good basketball and how we started the season, 2 weeks ago, OG was ready to fire Tibbs.
Straight everybody.
Fire Tibbs. Wingstop was looking like Kentucky Fried Chicken. Go back a couple weeks ago, how we were talking about them. So all I'm saying is that you only could talk about what you're seeing. Hey, we playing good ball. RP crazy. RP crazy. Yeah.
Hey, yo, RP, man, stay out the chat because you be too distracted, man. You and Fish, y'all are so. Hold on. Miss Latoria B. We always got to show love to the ladies, Flea. Listen, the fellas, we on here all day. Miss Latoria B. Happy holidays. May you and your family have a beautiful holiday. Everybody, show love to the ladies, man. Miss Latoria B is Laturia. You got to roll the order. Rudia is in the building. The beautiful, the sexy, the extravagant, the lovely. Miss B is in the building. Laturia.
But what is she sitting there watching this with her man?
No disrespect. I apologize.
He said no disrespect.
It's all in, no. You know what? That's a great point. It's all in respect.
That was great, OG. That was great.
I'm 47. I'm 5'8". Yeah, I'm 5'8". I'm running with that. It's on my ID. I'm 180 pounds. Trying to lose a little weight. I don't want no smoke with nobody. My days is over. Put them up.
Put them up.
I don't want no smoke with nobody, man. Listen. But big shout out to, the beautiful ladies, man. And if they do have boyfriends or husbands, it's no disrespect, my brothers.
Disrespect, it's all love.
At all. Be happy you got a lovely lady, man. Be happy about that. But, yeah, Flea, listen, man, we won the last 9 out of 10. We're on a four-game winning streak. And, for the Knicks, us having Cat, Bridges, the new guys, campaign, Deuce now having a bigger role. Listen, man, that's huge. That's huge. And we starting to be consistent. We look now, B stand on that. That's what I told you. RP and Fish, you gotta leave them chats alone.
You gotta leave them niggas alone. Them niggas will have you crash out.
Right. Well, you heard. Thank you, Miss Laturia B. No smoke coming to no way. Thank you. Look, I live by myself, by the way.
Put your glasses back up.
But we just joke. But Flea, listen, man. This is a great time to be a Knicks fan. It's real. And I think people need to start giving us the props that we deserve. Like I said, when I look, because I'm the type of guy, I look on all these platforms, Basketball Forever, Bleacher Report, and when other teams win, they get the great posts, right? When our Knicks win, I don't see the great posts. I don't see the props. NBA, ESPN on social media. I don't see the props. So us as Knicks fans, we have to be out of control and over the top and exaggerate because ain't nobody gonna give us the props we deserve.
Right. And I think that's why we have such a rabid fan base, right? Because we don't leave it up to ESPN, Fox, everybody that watches, that has platforms, all these we don't leave it up to them to give us our props. For me, one, two, three, four, at least 5 to 6, 7 Knicks platforms I follow on social media, specifically about Knicks. Shout out Big Nick Energy, Knicks Fan TV, like Mills Media, like all of them, right? I follow all of them. And I noticed that we're not going to leave it up to mainstream media to say, yo, the Knicks are playing good basketball. Yo, the Knicks are figuring out, yo, this, yo, that. We're not doing all of that. We're going to do what we do is come up here and remind people what time it is. Our brother's here. Our brother is here.
The Dom, hold on.
Our brother is here.
Listen, you see my face, right? My brother's in the building. The Dom Dropper.
Dom Dropper.
LA's finest.
D-May.
Is in the chat. Dom, what up, Dom?
D-May, my brother. We gotta get with you, Dom.
Yeah, man. Miss my brother Dom, man. That's family.
Bro.
Listen,
for real. Miss you, brother.
If y'all don't follow Dom on all platforms, Dom drop on YouTube, Instagram,
you're bugging.
Twitter, which I think is called X. Y'all need to follow Dom. Listen, man, he's doing great things with the Clippers, but also the Dodgers, the soccer. Like Dom covers it all, and he's talking to the big dogs. So listen, man, if you want to hear some real sports talk, and I'm talking when he goes on the vote. He talks about the old school from the 60s, 70s, 80s, all the way up until now. Listen, Dom Drop is where y'all need to be. Big shout out our brother, man. Family for life.
Young brother as well. So Dom is a young dude that is really, really invested in the history of the game and what's going on right now. So, yeah, for real.
Hold on. Brother. Big shout out Show Quan. What's your thoughts on rumors about Knicks wanting to trade for Jordan Clarkson? I don't know how true that is, but if it is, I'll take that if they are throwing Walker Kessler in the deal. Flea, your thoughts on that? Big shout out Show Quan for the question.
Big shout out to Show Quan. They're probably not going to do Walker Kessler and Jordan Clarkson to us. That would just be gift wrapping us. Like, here you go. Help you win, right? We probably get one or the other. But I like Jordan Clarkson. I love his scoring punch off the bench. I love the fact that he knows his role wherever he goes in the NBA now. Wherever he goes, he knows he's not a starter, and he knows that he's going to be asked to be a hired gun. So, I like it. Depending on what the deal looks like. I've heard some of the rumors, but I haven't seen what the deal is structured around. And depending on what it starts with, we could always use some firepower off the bench. So, I like the question. Big shout out to Show Quan. What you think?
So, this won't be a great debate if me and you always agree.
Right.
And me and you never agree.
Never happened. Very rarely. Very rarely.
Right. I got to 100% disagree. I think that ship has sailed. Okay. Kessler, of course, before the season started, with Precious and Mitch hurt, of course, we was like, yo, we need this, we need that. Sure. But now we're playing great basketball, and I like Jordan Clarkson, right? Mm-hmm. But is he going to be the guy that makes us a championship contender? No. I think what Deuce is doing now, coming off the bench, him and Campaign, I think Jordan Clarkson would interrupt that. And also it depends on what we have to give up. Like I said, I think that ship has sailed. Now, if we wasn't getting production off the bench, then I would say, okay, cool. Deuce is struggling, Campaign is struggling, we ain't getting no bench production. And then let's be realistic. Sims is starting to look like he belongs in the league. Maybe not a superstar, but a guy that can come in and give you some good fouls, some good rebounds, disrupt, the rim. So I don't like it. I heard the rumor. I think it's true. But I think right now what we have going on, I think we don't need nobody to disrupt this chemistry, especially now that we have Mitchell Robinson coming back, and we've seen some pictures of him looking like he's starting to get in shape. He looks in
Looks
shape.
good, y'all.
Right, right. So
he looks
so
belt. He looks
yeah.
belt.
So
Very
I
belt.
think, yeah, I think Shoquan, I think that, and I appreciate the love, my brother. Please tune in all the time. But yeah, Flea, I think that ship has sailed.
Got a question?
And I think, but just real quick,
Yep.
I think the Jordan Clarkson, it's a little too late. Now, maybe 2 years ago, I think his cachet kind of dipped a little bit. So I'm straight on that.
So within the last 2 years, Jordan Clarkson won Sixth Man of the Year, right? Within the last couple of years. I just got a question though. Forget the history. Forget all of that.
Right?
Right now, today, December 24th, 2024, who's a better player, Deuce McBride or Jordan Clarkson?
Right now, it's Deuce McBride. My opinion. My
Okay.
opinion. I don't now.
Okay.
Now hold on. That's a great question. I get where you're going.
Okay.
But the key words is right now.
Right.
The key words is right now. What Deuce is doing now. Now is Jordan Clarkson still in Utah?
Yes.
Is his production?
They're dirt.
Case closed.
But Jordan Clarkson is not the reason that they're dirt, though. OG.
I'm not saying that. Deuce McBride is helping a team win basketball games.
Deuce is playing winning basketball right now. Jordan Clarkson is not playing winning basketball right now. But I don't want that to confuse if we have them out there on winning teams. Who's the better player? I like what Shoquan is saying. Deuce is better for us.
Right.
I like that.
But so Jordan Clarkson is the bigger, probably stronger player. And like I said, I like Jordan Clarkson, but I'm not willing to give up Deuce McBride for Jordan Clarkson. Not at this point. Now it depends on what we have to give up. Because remember, when Mitchell Robinson comes back, now look at the bench. Remember, we still got Shaman, we still got Huck. Like, we got a lot. So I get what people were saying, but Deuce is giving us great productivity coming off the bench. And if he was struggling, then this would make sense. But I'm not going to bring in Jordan Clarkson and take away minutes from somebody that's playing great basketball for us, a la Deuce and Campaign. I'm sorry.
So before this February deadline, you would rather us not make a move at all? We don't need to do nothing going towards April, May, and June.
Yeah, I would love for us to make a move, but it has to be a championship move. Jordan Clarkson doesn't make us championship contention. I'm sorry. He doesn't move. Like, he doesn't move the needle. I'm sorry. To me, that ship has sailed. Nobody's going to sell me on, we get Jordan Clarkson. That's the piece we needed. Nah, I'm not going for that.
I don't think it's the piece we need, but I agree with my nigga. Clarkson's game is so complete now at the stage he is in his career. Deuce is going to continue to get better. I don't think Deuce is peaked yet. He's still going to continue to get better. 2-3 years from now, Deuce might be, I'm not saying all-star, but he will be a guy that's looked to contribute on a team. So I don't know. But then if that is the case, you're not going to sell me on Jordan Clarkson being a championship piece, y'all. Who's a piece then? What does that piece look like for us? If it ain't Clarkson, which I'm fine with, but what does that look like? And it don't got to be a player, but what does the piece look like, OG?
See, so for me, to be honest, man.
I like what Fish said.
Right, exactly.
Those type of moves. Right.
And that Jordan Clarkson to us is not one of those.
It's not that.
Right. Even when the Lakers got Rick Fox and them guys, like, that shit made a difference. But Fish, that's a great point. And Fleet, that's what I was trying to get to now. Okay. What's the player right now for us for something like that? I would have to really think about it.
Right. But what? Let's say we do move something, right? Let's say we do make an addition and have to lose some guys. What does the addition look like? Is that scoring? Is that rebounding? Is that rim protection? Is that leadership off the bench? What does it look like for you?
Shooting. That kid, a Trey Murphy is a move I would love to make.
Herb Jones.
Right.
We got guys that like Herb Jones, but Trey can shoot. Yeah.
Listen, a guy that's 6'8", 6'7", that can pull from half, that's tough. To me, that's a move that goes, whoa. So for me, if it's not something like that, I told you I love Sabonis. A move like that. So for me,
that's a lot.
But you asking me, I'm just saying.
Yeah. No, I wanted to know what you thought. What that
and you
like.
got to remember these moves can happen without it being a lot because it's fire sale. Think about Sacramento and New Orleans right now. Right now, they'd be happy to get anything back. Guys are not happy. You're gonna lose guys anyway. Once guys start complaining and just going out in public, going, I want to get traded. All right, take 2 expiring contracts and take all these draft picks that we don't even care about anyway.
King Speech is in the building, y'all. Big shout out to King Speech.
Yes. Big shout out King Speech, man. Yes. So
you trolling, right? Hold on, my nigga's trolling.
Bro, why are you even paying? I'm not listening. Listen. He gotta be trolling with that. I'm not even worried about that.
What?
I'm not even so I think Fish made a great point.
Yeah, I like that. That's something like that. Something like that.
If it's not a move like that,
like we did last year, trading for OG.
Exactly.
Like that.
But a move to the Knicks need see a 6'7" guy that can play the 1, 2, 3, 4 consistently and defense. That's why I love Trey Murphy. Like I said, a guy like that. And I'm talking about guys that I think you can get because once again, teams like the Pelicans, bro, you're going nowhere fast. Get that up, bro.
Blow the whole shit up. I mean, I don't want to take it to your extent because you're like, take the team out of New Orleans.
Right.
Period.
Take that team, put it in Seattle, put it in Vegas. Listen, that's my second home. I have nothing but love for New Orleans people. I got family out there that treat me with, listen, hospitality. I can't even explain it. That is a football town. They do not care about basketball. I'm telling you firsthand. They do not care about basketball. That place is a football town. Kids is walking around going to football practice 6, 7, 8 years old with no shoes on, with their uniform in their hand. Get rid of the whole joint. They bought that team just because they could do it. It ain't make no sense. So guys like Trey Fleet, it can happen. Look at Sacramento. They are going down, down, down. In a minute, De'Aaron Fox is going to have to get loud. Get me out of here.
Yeah, he ain't going to sign that extension. And I'll be honest with you. I know we kind of segueing a little bit, but I don't think he was ecstatic about bringing DeRozan over there either. Like, I don't think.
I don't
think, like, they really like a 500 team right now, if I'm not mistaken. They're average team with a ton of talent over there.
Come on, man.
A ton of talent over there.
And then you add DeRozan, who everybody considers a great player, and
like
it does nothing.
If you're so high on Keegan Murray, right? Y'all expected Keegan Murray to take this next step in his game. He's better defender, obviously a great shooter. But that stunts his growth going and allowing DeRozan to be who he is. DeRozan, great player, but that's not the move. I didn't think that was the move that they should have made by signing him.
But listen, and let's bring it back full circle. This is when a team like our Knicks, this is when you play sneaky. This is when you have those talks behind the scenes.
La Costa Rosa. Big shout out to our guy Fabian, my brother.
You look at the teams that's struggling and that for a fact players are not happy, a la Pelicans, Sacramento. We can use either Trey Murphy or Sabonis. And I'm telling you, we can get them guys for probably close to nothing. Well, we don't have to give up none of our key pieces.
I mean, New Orleans is already talking about moving Zion, moving CJ, moving BI. Blow this shit up. Move DeJounte, move Trey, move Herb. Just blow the whole shit up.
You
Start
know?
Jose Alvarado. Start Yves Misa, whatever his name is. You know, start your young, be a lottery team, jump back in the lottery, and get those people. Because there's a bunch of pieces over there that will make other teams a lot better.
Bro, listen, Trey Murphy, we get Trey Murphy and we keep all our guys. Now that's the move that Fish is talking about. Rashid to Detroit.
Right. But Trey gonna wind up in Milwaukee.
Exactly.
And kill it. Right?
Ron Artest, right. Exactly. But
that's what's gonna
those are the moves, right? But that's the moves that I love. Besides looking at Clarkson. You know, so big shout out Shoquan, man. Like we spent some time on that. That was that was a great question. Now let's get to previewing Christmas
Day.
tomorrow.
Let's get to it.
Let's talk about it, man. Knicks at home. We against Victor Wembanyama and the San Antonio Spurs, who's lately been playing great basketball. That young man is starting to play up to the potential that everybody expected him to. I thought he would struggle. Of course, I made posts, last season where I apologized.
You was bugging on him, OG. He was wilding them out.
It's the Jedi mind trick, baby.
I know.
You know what I mean?
I know how you work.
But let's talk about the preview of this game, because I think this game is bigger than what people make it out to be. I want to get your thoughts on tomorrow's game, Christmas Day, 12 noon, at home against the Spurs.
I'm curious to hear how you feel, because you're saying it's a little more serious than it is. First of all, Knicks and Spurs shouldn't be playing on Christmas Day. Let's start there. We should not. We should be playing Boston. We should be playing Atlanta
or Philly.
Or Philly or Atlanta. We should be playing We went 7 games last year with Indiana. We should not be playing the San Antonio Spurs on Christmas Day. Okay, I get it. You got to showcase Wembanyama, the guys that, the kids that pop the TV on. I got to get to that RP. I love that. When you pop the TV on first thing tomorrow morning, first teams you're going to see is the Knicks, and you're going to see Wemby. So I get what the NBA is potentially trying to do. As far as the game is concerned, listen, last night I made a proclamation and I had to walk it back maybe 30 seconds later. I'm watching last night and I'm like, OG might be the best defender in the league right now. Like, hands down, might be the best defender in the league. Then I look at this Wemby dude, right?
Ridiculous.
And it's not just about blocking shots, OG. Like, he's 7'5", so you're going to expect him to block shots. But he's switching out on 1, 2, 3, 4 positions, right? He's moving, he's sliding his feet, right? He's completely changing games on the defensive end. And it ain't just because he's 7'5" and could block shots. Please, if you haven't watched him, please don't jump out there and just say, because he's tall. No. Watch how this kid plays on the defensive end of the basketball. It's phenomenal. For a guy his age to understand what's going on out there, it
looked like diamonds in the building. You know how to bring them up?
I don't.
We can bring ourselves up, brother.
D-Man!
Let's go. What's going on, guys?
Yo, listen, I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm not saying pause. I miss you, my brother. Real talk. I'm not gonna even lie, man.
That's true, man. I've been watching. Yeah. I've been really tuning in.
You've been locked in with us. You've been locked in with us, bro. How you feel?
How the family? How you doing? First and foremost, Merry Christmas to you and your family. How's everything been going, man?
Everything's good. Been coaching a lot in the community, AAU and stuff like that, and getting used to how that's like. And man, so many of the conversations we've had, like on the Four Sportsmen over the years, like so applicable when we talk about like youth basketball and stuff like that. But man, I've been tuning into the Knicks though, and I've been tuning into you guys because I get my my Knicks fix if I ever need Knicks analysis, because you guys have such diverse perspectives. You hear every side of an argument when you have Flea, you, and Fabian. So. And AllBall, I got to give you credit, man. The cat stuff has aged so well. You've been saying that for years. Cat for Julius Randle.
Yeah.
And it's crazy.
Don, you remember when we first brought that up? Remember that a couple years ago? When he first brought that up? And all 3 of us was like, get out of here. Yeah. You're right.
But let's give Cat some credit though. He's been like, this is the best basketball I think I've ever seen him play in his entire career. He's been aggressive. He hasn't been settling. You guys have talked about it. He hasn't been settling, and is shooting insanely well from three. But I mean, it was the fact that a Tom Thibodeau team is top 2 in offensive rating in the league. That's pretty crazy to think about. It's totally different.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen, man, we got our brother Dom dropping the building.
He may.
Dom, tomorrow, against the Spurs, right? Fleece said something, and I want to get your opinion on this. I think the league is helping Wembanyama ride our coattail. We don't need San Antonio Spurs on Christmas Day. We the Knicks. I feel some way that for when we're playing at 12 and we're playing against the Spurs, I think we deserve a primetime game. I think, I think it's disrespectful. I think we deserve to play some of our rivals, a Philly, a Boston, and Atlanta. Give me your thoughts on, the NBA really trying to push for Victor Wembanyama, because that's the only reason why he's playing tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? Hold on. You know what happened? Right, OG?
Look, look.
He's been watching. For the last 50 minutes, he's been watching, right? Look, OG, look, Dom, look what happened. He's been watching for the last 50 minutes. Steve D may come up in, he's like, oh, hell no. My guys gotta tell
that's what Bobby Brown does. Listen, he has
steals
to be
the
a
show.
part. Right.
Yeah. Say it right, old boy. I need my glasses.
Right. Bobby Brown sees that it's going great. I have to be a part of this. I don't care.
Baby, what up, baby?
What's going on, man?
I like what you're doing over there, gangster.
It's very, it's nothing but festive over here. What y'all doing, man?
We
The
getting
full
to it.
sportsman, man.
We getting to it.
Man. The
Niggas
full
had
sportsman, man.
Impromptu four sportsmen. I love this. Let's go.
Happy holidays to everybody out there, the commenters, the family, the AllBall family. D-Mid, Dime Dropper dropping in the bill out of nowhere. I forgot to tell y'all.
What?
That Dom was dropping in. I'm sorry. I didn't know this.
Hey, listen, Dom is family. He ain't got to explain nothing. Dom,
we was trying to figure it out. Dom said, I'm gonna bring myself.
Right.
I love that.
Hey, Dom, listen. No, Dom, we ain't gonna let you get away. I gotta ask you. No trolling or seriousness. Your Clippers, please speak on the future of your LA Clippers.
Big win last night, Dom.
I don't know about the future, but it's been amazing. We have a lot of defensive minded guys. You know what I mean? Chris Dunn's having the best season of his NBA career. Derrick Jones Jr.'s having even better season than last. If you look at his 3-point percentage, we all knew he could play defense. He was athletic, but his 3-point percentage. James Harden is honestly doing what he does best, which is get a lot out of very little. But I'm not going to disrespect the supporting cast, but you know how it goes. We have like 2 or 3 guys that can create shots, and one of them is Kevin Porter, who I still haven't – he's had some good games, but I want to see him – I don't trust him versus the higher level teams. You know what I mean? He's a big-time ball stopper, big time. But he's still kind of a bucket getter. And then the biggest thing, if it's a Zubac is taking the biggest leap, but Norman Powell's averaging 10 more points a game. 10 more points a game. And by the way, Jeff Van Gundy, all those years, we miss him on ESPN, talking and complaining. This dude is so committed to defense. It's like how Tibbs was with the Celtics, back in the day. It's such a defensive mind to our team. And Ty Lue's doing a hell of a job, man. So they're completely overachieving. I'd say Harden would be the biggest candidate for an all-star, but the biggest surprise, Norman Powell. But you put defensive guys around them. So, you guys know how it goes. When you have a good defense, it's like that 2021 Knicks team. You can stay in games against really solid teams. Even when you're not shooting well, your offense is kind of trash.
Hey, Dom, Zubac had 20 rebounds last night, right? A 20-20 game. And then
they rescinded a rebound. Now it's 19. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Still.
Listen, I just wanted to ask you real quick. You mentioned Jeff Van Gundy. I think that's one of the biggest additions for any team in the league, right? Teams have added players. Y'all added a really good coach. What's the realistic ceiling for the Clippers this year, going forward?
I mean, I honestly want to ask you guys that, and I guess the comments as well, because it's all about Kawhi. If it's this team, we're like a first-round exit. It would be an insane to even make it out of the first round. I mean, James Harden is 35 years old. he's also, even though I'm not the biggest James Harden fan, his longevity is underrated. He's been doing it for a long time at a high level. But I want to ask you guys, man, because we don't know what Kawhi is going to be. So let's say we get the Kawhi of last year that was hooping, but do we trust that he can even play a playoff series and finish one like that? There's just too many variables. You know what I mean? There's just too many variables.
Let Fabian go ahead. Fabian,
yeah, Fabian, what you got, bro?
Please respond to like what Dom is asking as far as with the Clippers this season.
I mean, come on, can Kawhi Leonard finish the playoff series? No, we know this. It will be this. That sounds like the Knicks all over again from 10 years ago, 20 years ago, relying on an injured player, they used to be ill, and now it's just it's unfortunate. But I was saying in the summertime, like, yo, this might be a fun season for the Clippers because without Paul George, even though you might like him, minus him, now it's less another guy that's injury prone, that they put a damper on everything. Say what you want about James Harden. Before that injury, man, he was tremendous. He won them two playoff games against a part of Philadelphia. He saved them. Like, people forget this in that Boston series. He's the guy who saved them. So as much as I criticize him, I give him props for that. But with Kawhi, it's like if he's the Kawhi, if he can beat Kawhi for 15 games in the playoffs, that's dangerous. I don't care who you are. He's getting a bucket over you. The only person I ever seen LeBron guard or Kawhi Leonard in the last 5 years was LeBron. That's it. Everybody else, it seems like they're dead meat against him. But LeBron is like his kryptonite. And, I'm just glad Dom isn't as stressed out this year as last year, man, because he was going crazy. He was
Dom looks well rested. Dom looks happy. I don't see Dom smiling. I watched Dom live last night. I said, Dom doing a lot of fucking smiling. I ain't seen this nigga smile like this a lot.
That's more because, like, I have so many things going on personally that it doesn't really matter to me, because I just kind of just accept it. I don't think this team's going to win a championship. We're competitive, though. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to give OKC like a top 5 pick, because they can swap picks with us this year. So let's say go ahead.
No, I wanted to quickly ask you. You've been to the new arena, into it. Could you give us just an overview on what it's like being in there?
Yes,
please.
Yeah. It hasn't been sold out many nights. I'll tell you that, for different reasons, but it's a beautiful place. Not as big as you would think. It's no bad seat in the house, though. And my bad. There's no bad seat in the house, and you're very close to the court. My bad. Hold on. But yeah, no bad seat in the house. That's the best way I can put it. It's because of the acoustics and how much smaller it is. It's easy to be loud, but like, it's much louder than Staples Center, even though we've had less people there. But it's amazing, man. It's really an amazing place to watch a game.
Let me respond real quick to what Dom asked. And people laughed at me when I brought up, remember when James Harden first went to the Clippers? And are they lucky that they traded Paul George and not James Harden, right? I think if the Clippers can make the right move, because I think right now, this NBA season, besides Boston, who I think is 100% healthy front runners for the title, I think everybody else is behind. I watch OKC live. I'm not, as ecstatic as everybody else. And Fabian always makes a great point. That kid Chet, to me, he's what is the difference maker. But I think all the NBA teams this season have an opportunity. And I think if the Clippers can make the right move and just hold off on Kawhi and just let him get as healthy as possible to where he can play in the playoffs, I think y'all can be scary. Now, I'm not going to say that you can win a championship, but I think making the right move, y'all can go into the right direction, because I think this season is up for grabs. It's so many good teams, but it's also so many teams that's dealing with injuries, that's playing bad basketball, that y'all can be sneaky, but you have to make the right move. But it also depends on how healthy y'all can hold fort until Kawhi Leonard can step back on the floor. But listen, I think y'all play good basketball. Y'all fun to watch, and I think y'all making the playoffs is a super plus, because nobody's seen y'all being this good so far. So I think, you have a lot to be happy about, because we see what's going on with all these other NBA teams. y'all could have easily just gave up and been the Washington Wizards.
But that's the thing. We wouldn't have our pick. They would swap it
Right.
with OKC. So that's why part of why we had to stay competitive. And by the way, before Flea goes, if you guys want to see what the Into a Dome looks like for people that are like not in LA, I do vlogs every game I go to on my channel. So like 12, I've been to 11 this season, and I gave a full-on tour, like the first preseason game, the whole thing. So check that out.
Yeah, man. I didn't have any. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't have anything basketball related to say anymore for the remainder of the day. I'm happy to see my brothers. This is my Christmas gift. I'm good now. I did not expect to have that. I thought this was me and OG going at it today, pause. But my guys is here. I ain't got nothing else to say about basketball. If y'all do have at it, I'll sit here and just, you know what I mean, look the way I look. But you know what I mean?
Well, hold on. Before we get out of here, everybody, give what game tomorrow on Christmas are you looking forward to watching?
Okay. See, I never even answered your question about do you think Knicks being scheduled against the Spurs?
Oh, yeah.
Because then I think Fabian came in. Wemby, I think it's good that he's being shown on Christmas, but Spurs Knicks, like besides the 99 finals, what historical significance does that have?
Zero.
You know what I'm saying? Like, let's have the Knicks. I agree. Play against Philly, play against Boston. Yeah, even the Pacers. It should have been one of those three teams. Spurs, Knicks. Like, I like the Spurs and I like the Knicks. I think they should both be on national TV for Christmas, but not playing each other. So, you know, the whole talk about the NBA and the rating stuff, don't you guys think the national media does a terrible job of, like, the national television schedule is just terrible these days. There's no storyline behind anything. Obviously, so many guys miss games, but even 15 years ago, man, these marquee matchups on ESPN and TNT were just so much better. Christmas games were so much better.
Yeah.
You know what, yo? You know what? I just thought about it, Dom. Now that you say that, the person who led the forefront for all storylines was LeBron, and he's out of his way out of the league, on his way out of the league. It's true. You can hear one story today, and then in 5 minutes, it's done. There's nothing for us to latch on to and have that soap opera behind it. Because as much as everybody claims whatever, there needs to be drama. We need the human aspect to this. How are we going to follow the game if we don't know nothing about them? That's part of the reason why we don't know nothing about. It's hard to follow Luka and Joker, who everybody's complaining they're European, so we don't follow them. I don't think it's because we're not interested. I think they're not marketed right. And a part of it is LeBron, if he was willing to or whatever, he's the child star. He was like Michael Jackson in the league. Came in, grew up here, and now he's on his way out, bringing his kid in there. But his kid's drama is like, it's not worth it for us. Who is the next guy that could provide the drama? They drowned out Ja Morant. Like, they're doing a bad job of promoting. I didn't look at it like that until you said it, Don, because I thought everybody was kind of overblowing it. You can't just sell the game. It was never just sold like that. Michael Jordan had commercials and all that. Magic Johnson, like, it was Magic versus Bird. There was always drama involved. Mike versus the Pistons. The 90s was Mike versus everybody. So he was the superhero.
But hold on, Flea, real quick, because I'm gonna forget. You know, I'm the elder statesman up here, right? Guy made a great point. Now think about, you gotta remember, it's a little smoke between OKC and Golden State with what Draymond Green said. That's a storyline, right? No, Memphis and the Lakers. What Ja Morant says about the Lakers. I don't like them. They beat us up. So, look, that Atlanta Knicks game, people actually looked forward to that game. That game was like a playoff game, even though we got our ass kicked. The storyline and the hype, even with ESPN, even with us in the social media world, those are storylines that the NBA needs to start paying attention to and start trying to fuel it however way they can fuel it. So go ahead, Flea. I'm sorry. I just want to say that there is storylines out there that the NBA is just not picking up on.
I mean, the Knicks had a storyline in a rivalry with three teams at one time. Like Indiana, Miami, and the Bulls were rivals, right? That Sunday, that Christmas matchup against the Bulls every year, we look forward to. Every Sunday on NBA or NBC, NBA on NBC, whether that's against Indy, whether that's against Chicago, whether that's against Miami, like, we gotta start. Like, I hear what you're saying, Fabian, about the players are a big part of how you market these matchups, but you gotta start somewhere, and you do the scheduling right. Get it right.
Yeah.
So that Miami plays the Lakers on Christmas, and you got LeBron and D-Wade versus Kobe and them, right? Like, we look forward to that shit every year. When Chris Paul and Blake in Lob City is playing against the Spurs or the Grizzlies, because y'all used to have battles with the Grizzlies. Like, that shit was exciting. So you do it like that, right? Maybe they're trying to force something with this Knicks Spurs matchup, but all the other matchups are like, okay, but we could do something different with that.
Do you think is it safe to say the most hyped up marquee matchup is going to be between a team that's 7th and 8th place in the West, Warriors and Lakers?
Warriors-Lakers, because people love Bron
and Steph, yeah.
People love Bron and Curry, man.
But I'm so not interested in that. Like, all the
People
guys,
are tired of it, right?
Everybody,
people are tired of it, right?
They're just old, man. That's why going into the season we were like, yo, the Grizzlies, Minnesota at the time, and I'm forgetting another OKC. They're the young guns, and I know it's hard to promote SGA like that. He's just not, some people got it, some people don't. Steph Curry's a quiet church-going guy, but he's a superstar, and SGA is not quite that. And to me, it's like, so to your point, Flea, where's the nickname for OKC? It was Grindhouse. It was Grindhouse for the Memphis Grizzlies versus the Spurs, who nobody really liked like that. Meanwhile, what I always say, that's the best looking offense I've seen in the last 20 years was that Spurs offense. But that early 2010 Spurs team. But we knew that we didn't like them. We didn't care for them like that. But we had the Grindhouse against them. We had OKC was coming up. The Lakers were just coming out. Dallas was just. But we were following it, and the social media thing, it kills it in a way because it's kind of like we see these guys too much off on camera. Like, what are they really promoting? What do we know them for? My girl might say something like, he's a basketball player? She'll see SJ somewhere and be like, he plays ball? She should know that he plays basketball. So I think everybody made a great point, man, and you can't promote the Lakers Warriors anymore.
A woman said that, by the way. Laturia said that. She said that. Not a brother. A woman said that.
Merry Christmas, Laturia. I wore the lights for you and Darlene, man. Come on, stop playing.
But you know what? Just real quick, where's the producers and the guys that's in the NBA that should be paying attention to things like this, where it's like you can easily promote, like leading up to Christmas. You fuel the fire. You play those clips on ESPN and blow and blast it through social media when John Morant said, "I don't like them guys. They beat us." Now you look at
they make these schedules before the season starts, and they never flex schedule a Christmas game. You feel me? They make these before the season begins. So I don't know what it is. They just did a better job choosing it. Like, what do you guys think of that second matchup? It's the rematch of the Western Conference Finals. Minnesota and Dallas, but they don't really have much beef. You know what I mean?
I don't care. It's good. I like to watch.
Probably.
Right. I like to watch Kyrie Irving. I like to watch Anthony Edwards. I'll tune in to watch them. But I wanted to say this before I forgot. And we was talking about the way it's marketed and all these kind of things. And I don't know who this is, so I can't give them credit. But I'm not agreeing or disagreeing. I just thought it was something interesting to think about. It was talking about the issues that the NBA are having right now and trying to find the next guy to take the torch and move on and be the face of the league, right? And they mentioned how Kevin Durant never really got an opportunity to do that because he was never attached to a woman. He didn't have a wife. He didn't have a long-standing relationship. Everybody that has been the mainstay face of the league, right, has been, whether that's a married man, a family man, something like that. And so I start thinking about it, right? Again, I'm not saying whether it's right or wrong, but when you think about Jordan, when you think about Magic, when you think about Kobe Bryant, when you think about LeBron James, when you think about Steph Curry, those things are in the mix. It's their personal life, but all of those things are set in play. Anthony Edwards is a young kid. He not even thinking about that type of shit yet. Neither is John Morant. Kevin Durant, an older guy, but we've never seen him with a woman. So I just wanted to ask y'all what y'all thought about that. Again, I don't agree or disagree, but I just thought it was interesting point to kind of look at. We trying to force these kids to grow up faster than they probably are ready to.
That may be like the blueprint for life for guys in general. The stability is tough, but you have guys out there, the Allen Iversons of the world, Russell Westbrooks of the world, even Kevin Durant. I disagree that he wasn't the forefront of it. I think he caused himself by leaving OKC and just not being stable. Maybe that has to do with the same way he's not settling down in his personal life. He didn't want to settle down in his professional life.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
right.
So
Yeah.
I can't say that. I can't say that when Ant-Man's out here. I don't know who his girl is. Me personally, I think some of that stuff is interesting. It's an ill question. That's an ill question because it made me think. Like, who else did Magic? Yeah, but Magic was wild. He's a freaky ass dude. So
right. I'm just like I said. I don't agree
Nigga.
or disagree with
Magic
it.
is
I
a
just
freak,
thought it was interesting.
freaky ass. He's a 69 guy.
I thought it, like, look what Fish is saying. The first 3 niggas were serial cheaters. It's a
Yo,
fact.
leave Fish alone, man. Fish in the chat is distracting us. Fish is going crazy in the
Fish
chat.
and
Fish.
Adam are absolutely nuts.
Fish, just because that's 2 things can be right. 2 things can be true, Fish. Watch your mouth. They were mainstays in the league, and they were mainstays at their house.
He said
But
the lights
you know what?
show Fabian's brain activity.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Listen, Paulson and Fish, I'm not even looking that way.
Them niggas are
They
crazy.
will have you forget everything you was thinking and had to say. But that was a great question. But for me, I think Kevin Durant had the league in his hands when he went to Golden State and he left. I think even though Draymond Green, I think, was 90% of the reason why he left, I think the other 10% was he doesn't want that responsibility. Kevin Durant doesn't want that responsibility to be the face of the league.
Right.
Because a lot of young men and women have Kevin Durant as they go. His sneakers sell. I know my son love him. That's his favorite player. I know a lot of kids that love Kevin Durant more than they love LeBron James. I don't think Kevin Durant wants that responsibility. Kevin Durant just wants to play basketball. He doesn't want to talk about things outside of basketball. And of course, being the face. See, Michael Jordan didn't have to talk, right? For whatever reason. But I think Kevin Durant just didn't want that responsibility. But I think in Golden State, he's seen, if I went 4, 5, 6, this thing is going to get out of control. And I think he didn't want that pressure. And I think the players today, I don't see no young man. They're trying to make it Wemby. But we clearly see Ant-Man cannot be the face of the league. I don't think he could. And this is why guys like LeBron and Curry and KD, this is why they are still allowed to be around, to still make the playoffs, to still play great basketball, because there's no way in the world a 40-year-old should still be busting young guys' ass. Paul, I'm sorry. It doesn't. To me, that's why none of these guys can take the reins.
There was a meme out there, Dom, that said LeBron has been trying to pass the torch for the last decade, and he can't do it because none of these niggas want it. Like,
Dom, are you too young in the game for that question? Your opinion on Kevin Durant's extracurricular life?
No, I was literally gonna say the exact same thing you said. The way you worded it was good.
He passed. Thank you, Dom. I got you.
In such Dom fashion.
He got business ties, please. We not ruining none of your business ties, Dom.
At all.
You kidding me?
At all.
We're not playing around. But I do want to disagree slightly with the Ant-Man thing, because to me, once Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors got rolling, they never did not provide them. Like, they always gave Steph Curry a squad. Whether Kevin Durant left, whoever it was, and it was a team that really supported his game. We now see, I have to concede, I'm going to allow Dom in on this one. I got to now concede that cat trade is a landslide victory by the Knicks on that one, because the Timberwolves look nothing like themselves. You're not making the Western Conference Finals, especially against the team in Toronto tomorrow that you're going to play with in Dallas. Even Dallas is not the same team. So Ant-Man, they're going back to the same thing we've been talking about. What has Minnesota done to support their superstars? And they've had a bunch of them, including Cat, apparently, who could have been doing this years ago if they treated him right.
Yeah, I agree with the trade stuff. Steph Curry, though, 2021, 2020, I don't know if these teams are title contenders. 2021 definitely wasn't.
No, but what I'm saying, but before that, you still allow him 5-6 years
Yeah, of
teams
course.
they complement his game. You didn't get rid of Draymond and you bet on him, and apparently, he made. So the point is, Ant-Man has a chance at that. Like, he has a lot of pizzazz to him. We all agree that John Morant is naturally that guy. Ant-Man is naturally that guy, but Ja just seemed to be first year in the league, he was out of here. And he it was self-inflicted, but he's the only guy, Ant-Man, out of all the young guys, aside from John Morant, that to me could really take the superstar thing to another level where we follow his drama.
I think it's and I'm gonna leave it for me at this. I think if there is a player, to me, it's John Morant. I think John Morant could be the face of the league. He can be the Allen Iverson, where that bad boy thing can work for him. I think he has the skill set, the talent, the following. He engages on social. It's just something about the kid, and he's a great basketball player. So I think out of all the young guys who I think has an opportunity to be the face of the league, I think it's John Morant. And if they make a deep run into the playoffs this season, which I got to give y'all props while y'all up here, Flea and Fabian was correct, and I was 100% wrong. Memphis Grizzlies are the real deal, and y'all been preaching that. Y'all know the players, the roster, and y'all been spot on with that. I'm saying it here first. If Memphis Grizzlies get to the Western Conference Finals, and that thing is competitive, John Morant next season will be the face of the NBA.
That's a big proclamation. I was thinking about what you said. I'm going to be honest. If we honest with ourselves, Allen Iverson was never the face of the league. Like, he was never the main face of the NBA. He was a cultural phenomenon. We loved him. You know what I'm saying, basketball community and the culture, we loved him. But the league was way too scared to make him the guy. He had the commercials, the sneakers, the this, the that. He had it all. So I'm not saying he wasn't, but it was different. He was like that step right before you are like global. And
right.
If Ja has the opportunity, let him do it. Don't hold him back like y'all did Allen. And maybe people will argue Allen did it to himself, whatever. But Ja could. I agree with you. Ja could be if they allowed it.
But I gotta disagree with that because what pushed AI was that season he almost gets traded. They started off that year like 13-0, Philly. Like that whole hype train, we seen white kids with braids. That was bananas. He was, like you said, Flea, he wasn't the face they wanted, but he was the face. And it took that run though. So John Morant, that's what he's missing. To AllBall's point, he is missing a deep playoff run for us to be like, this is the guy. This is the guy putting pressure on you. That's the guy we want to see. I want to see him talking shit to everybody. That's what, not Draymond.
I feel
what you talking. What you gonna do? Talk shit and drop nothing? John Morant could talk and then drop 40.
Right.
AllBall. Great point.
And especially
I can understand that, OG.
Yeah.
Okay.
And especially if he beats a Dallas or OKC in one of those playoff matches, bro, I'm telling you, to me, I'm looking at where the game is and where it's going. I think John Morant is that guy above SGA, Ant-Man. I don't think Luka and the Joker want it, which I'm fine with that. I don't want them to be the face anyway, because they literally play no defense. And Joker is clear that he doesn't even care about basketball. But I would love.
Though, I feel like.
I mean, it could be a gimmick, but still, I just feel like I just think John Morant, that story, him redeeming himself and becoming the face of the league, will be so legendary. And I just think he got the game to do it, and he has the pizzazz. I just think he has everything that a superstar is. Some guys just have it.
Flea, imagine if John Morant beat OKC in the second or third round, whatever it is, and it's him. They're gonna put him versus SGA. That's your guys are point guard, hybrid point guard, two guards. I beat him. He's the guy I'm talking shit to the Lakers. he is what you said about the Knicks in the 90s. He's the guy that could get a whole bunch of beef. The Houston Rockets could easily go into a rivalry with them because of his swagger.
Mhm.
He is the catalyst, and it's crazy because now he's back in the Iverson mode where we really don't want him in at the forefront because he might do something wild. But yo, I think all ball hit on the nose. That's the guy. That's the guy that could bring on the storylines and everything single-handedly. And the team is great. I can't wait to see Vince. We talked about it, Dom. Vince Williams and Gigi Baxter, when they come back, they might be for real.
If he becomes the face of the league, can he stay in Memphis, OG?
Oh.
Is Memphis the place that he can continue to be the face of the league?
Now watch this. I keep telling y'all, there's 3 players. I've been saying this. There's 3 players that's too big for their city. Memphis is a great city. John Morant too big there. Zion is too big for New Orleans, no matter how we feel about what's going on off the court. I'm just saying, hold on, Dom. And Giannis. When LeBron leaves LA, yes, and Ant-Man, yes. When LeBron leaves LA, you have 2 LA teams that are void of superstars. If any of those players go to those LA markets, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. That's the only way you will be able to continue. Because like you said, Flea, LeBron leaves. Imagine John Morant in that purple and yellow with Anthony Davis. Oh, we got Magic and Kareem all over again. We ain't talking about championships. I'm talking about showtime. I'm talking about excitement. So, listen, can he stay in Memphis and be still a superstar and be the face of the league? Yes, I think it could happen. But the magnitude it would be in a big market, it'd be like, that's the difference of 300 million in a billion. It's a big difference. It's a big difference.
To your point, Dom, Joker's, that's like his stick, but we don't, part of their thing with him and Luka is like, they don't understand the American superstar. Like, we know what it is to be Hollywood. John Morant fully understands. That's why he acts like that. He wants the attention in that kind of way. So, Dom, maybe part of the problem is Joker being in Denver. That's another, there's that guy. If he wasn't in Denver, if he was in New York, Joker would be on a different level.
For sure. For sure. But Melo he got a lot of nationally televised games in Denver, and people used to wear the Nuggets jerseys. Jokic, you're right. He's not that kind of guy. He's not a showman in that way. That's his game to the talking, but he's not built to be the face of the league personality-wise, I feel like.
Hey, Don, Melo became a superstar when he put on that blue and orange. As great as he was in Denver, he would not be regarded as what he is right now unless he put on that blue and orange. I'm sorry.
When you say superstar, you're talking about like a big star. You're not even talking about his game. You're talking about his fame and popularity. People were wearing Melo shoes when in 06, 07. He was on the cover of NBA Live. Stop it. Like he was
in Denver.
Okay. Once again, y'all misunderstanding what I'm saying. I didn't say he wasn't great in Denver, but Fleet goes back to what you just said about Ja. If Carmelo stays in Denver, does he become the global icon that he is now?
Yeah, because I only say that because they were winning. They weren't a bad team. He always kept, from a rookie, they made the playoffs, right? Like,
watch this. Hey, stay there. He was winning in Denver and was a global icon. He came to New York, didn't win anything, and his whole career went to a whole nother level.
Yeah, but I think the cheat code is New York City. Like,
no, the bigger my point. Right. But that's my point. Right.
New York City.
You said he wasn't a superstar, though.
No. I didn't say he wasn't a superstar. I'm saying the superstardom with Denver and New York is 2 totally different ball games.
I don't think anybody would disagree there.
And that's all I'm saying. I'm saying right now, when people think of Melo in New York. We don't even think about Denver no more.
I don't know about that.
He's sitting front row at the Denver games.
What, you say that again?
Is he sitting front row at the Denver games with his son?
No, but I don't think aren't they boom over there still? They're pretty bitter against him.
Yeah. Who wins 15 right now?
Joker.
Exactly.
Right. Like,
but that's the thing. is again now we're just throwing stuff out there, which I didn't tell you, but I just think the league is going through the ups and downs. They can't copy what they did 10 years ago with Steph Curry and James Harden, which I hated that kind of basketball. And now we don't have a great version of that anymore. We got a different crop of players. They got to change the rules. I think it's natural for the ratings to drop. But us, the people that love basketball, we're gonna still talk about like a bunch of nutcases because that's what we do. We love this shit. Yeah. So I gotta get going, guys, because I'm already being yelled at silently.
Yo, I hear the caroling going on outside. I'm about to jump. I ain't gonna lie. I hear the music.
We all out of here, man.
The aromas is in the studio now. I'm smelling shit. I got to get out of here.
Listen. Fellas, for sportsmen. Listen, man. Love y'all brothers like cook food, family for life.
Yes, sir.
Merry Christmas. Happy holidays to everybody. All y'all in the chat that listen, man. The love y'all show, we can't even explain it. Happy holidays to y'all and y'all family, man. Everybody have a beautiful Christmas. And get as drunk as possible and eat as much as possible. And we all start our diets New Year's. Because I'm starting mine.
The nigga with the lights on his head, he already started. You see the nigga with the lights on his head? He's up. It's up for him already.
AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.